Bhí antóir I gúnaí ar cheol tíre in éireann. Ach le blianta beag an nuas tá méadú allmhór tacaíar. Le halaí dam sa fudfad na tíre lán go béal chola dhéidir seachtaine. Is é Marty Mone duine gan na réalta nu ar a ggheorcrad, agus fura ó an Hit The Diff beag na 5 milliún cuairt ar YouTube go dtí seo. An teachtainte, tá me go lá a chála Marty sa maile I maile na Lorgán, le feiceáil cecha an nascin sé a handsíl leis a glú agus cáil múise.
That she goes all the way. When I'm flat to the mat with the party hat, some heading for the day. Well, they thought that we were quitting. Well, when the sun went down.
This is the day job?
Well, yeah, I still, do a wee bit, keep the thing going on, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah,
okay.
This is what I've been doing when, you know, sort of, and writing music and that, so this is how it, sitting inside this wee cab, writing songs.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. And do you do, okay, I'm kind of joking now when I say this, but do you do this to stay humble, like, because you're a megastar?
Oh, well, yeah, well, I still have a big interest in it, you know, but
yeah.
So yeah, a lot of times I still do bits of it here and there, and still, it's great, it's actually great, because, you know, just out in the open air.
In the freezing wind.
Oh, yeah. But it's great to be fit to still do a bit at it, you know, it's great, because it keeps you sort of rooted to where you started.
Well,
you know?
In fairness now, I walked up and I looked at you and I thought, doesn't look like a star from here.
Yeah, well, that's it. So I think that's a lot of people sort of understand even the way I still go on, even at the music business, that people sort of still know that I'm from this. A lot of people can sort of hits home with people, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
In case it rains, need an old chain lying in the truck, kind of line mixing pipe.
So, this is what you were doing when Hit The Diff came to you?
Yeah, that's right. Well, it and driving the lorry and that, yeah. So between it and sometimes and tractors, so it's just this idea, you know. So this is actually, you know, because all day on side, like just the cab, especially if you're not maybe even doing orchestra work, just digging all day, like, getting out. It's you know, your mind just gets carried away, thinking of things. So it's great.
That she goes all the way. When I'm flat to the mat with the party hat, some heading.
How did it happen? So you wrote the song, but you've been writing songs since you were 15 or 16?
That's right. I've been writing songs that a good while, yeah, and driving, doing both, playing bands, all this just, you know, for years, and then I said I'd write Hit The Diff, and you know, I was more thinking of the people that sort of knew in the driving world, you know, I said it'd be a bit of crack. And
it's a very specific song.
It's just, and a lot of people doesn't even understand half what's going on in the song.
I'll tell you something now, okay? I actually looked up Diff to see what it was, because I was like, I wouldn't have a clue.
No, and to this day people singing away at it and they still say, you know, what is a diff, you know, and that's why I think that's really, people seems to be curious, they love mystery, you know, they seem to love the, you know, singing this and they don't even know what they're singing about, they love that more so than if they understood it.
But that's really one of the marks of a great song, that it just carries people along with it. So you put it on YouTube?
That's right.
And did you watch the clock go up there?
No, I actually went to work, went to Norm, down the digger, and when I come home that night there was 3,500 views on it, which is very weird.
In one day?
In one day. So that was you know, so there's 10,000 views in a few days, and I think it was 100,000, you know, lady in a matter of weeks.
Hit the diff and pray that she goes all the way. When I'm flat to the mat with party hats, I'm heading for the say.
So, am I gonna get a lesson in driving the digger?
Yes.
I am!
With a flame from the pipe, we drove all night to the view of the lit ran out. Oh, give me a yoke with plenty of poke on a kind of easy start on 1500 acres.
How did you, when you were, you know, a child and a young teenager, how did you get into singing? Was it in your family?
Not really. My granddad would have played accordion, but there wasn't too many in my family that actually was music related to it, you know, because so I don't really know. I got in on guitar by watching somebody play guitar at a site. I was at my father, one time, there was a builder, you know, and I seen this and I was amazed by guitars and I started that way. So it's one of them, you know, and Castleblayney, there's a lot of musicians from Castleblayney.
So you've never been a man who just has one job, have you?
No, not really, no. I was always just out on the road, you know, and walking out. It's funny when you get used to it. The life of driving a lorry and the life of playing music's very alike.
Really?
Long hours, late nights, like, you know, it's when I actually quit sort of driving the lorry as much as I used to, I was actually end up doing as much mileage going around gigs.
Really?
You know, that kind of thing, so yeah.
Ba me sa studio le Marty níos Sterney, achanis, she's lin ag an tním, le casta le seanachí na héireann nua amsire.
So you recorded your album in here?
Yeah, started off empty room, who's spare bedroom basis, I just cut it out. An empty room, got in like a new software, Pro Tools and all, and
And did you like know how to build a studio?
No, not really. So, like, I did do work in studios and I had an idea, but I just looked into things a wee bit more and I just started, and like, there's still what is right and what is wrong.
So you record your own music, you set up your own software and you're doing all that, and now you're doing your own videos.
Yeah, doing the videos, yes. I started off, I actually done Hit The Diff with a camera phone out driving, took the pictures and that, so I started to gather them up. I was in the process, and then slipped the clutch, I done myself, went to London and all, done at the London with trucks and all. And I just like doing that in myself and like having the crack, you know. There's so many stuff I love actually when you do a shoot or come back and just hoping through the stuff, because there's all the stuff in it you didn't realise is there, and sometimes you just go, that has to go in. I don't know how I'm going to get in the video, but it has to go in the video. There's a feeling that goes on when you put it up on YouTube, especially when you do it yourself, that, you know, it happened every time you do it. You go into this is the greatest idea you ever heard, and then you go to, I'm not too sure about this, and then you go to, I shouldn't have done this, you know.
Hello? Hey!
Shooting a video like that is very comfortable. You're right exactly in your comfort zone, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it helps. It does help, like, you know. So
What happens, you know, you're in the cab and you're 10 or 12 hours there, and one of the songs is starting to form at the back of your head and bits of music are coming in and maybe lyrics, and do you come home and sit down with a pen and a paper, or do you sit at the laptop, or how do you?
yeah, well, sometimes I would, but a lot of times you build it in your mind that actually, if it's good enough, it's printed that someday you could just forget all about it, and next you start humming the same lyrics you'd done 3 or 4 days ago. It just comes into your head and it stays there, like, you know. So
Wow.
it's a bit funny like that, you know. But now I do see that if you play the guitar and you just get something that works, that sometimes if you don't record it there and then, there's a magical thing happens with a song that if you don't hit on it, get in on it as quick as you can, even with your phone, with a recording up on your phone, record it there and then,
Yeah.
and get it, because you say, well, it's 3 chords, not how to remember that, there's the words, not how to remember that, but there's something that happens the way they even pronounce the words.
Yeah.
Even if it's off, sometimes that's the one thing, you don't actually have to stick within the rules of the English language of how you spell or say words. If it sounds better by saying it kind of slanted, if it works, put it down. You know, I see people there sometimes, they try to recorrect the way you say a word, but once you do that, the song's gone, that's the magic.
What I'm really looking forward to is meeting the audience, because this is a kind of a new world to me, I suppose. And meeting people in the audience who travel from all over to come and see you.
Yeah. And actually, I love to ask them that myself, you know, to get in a car to drive from one end of the country to the other, it's a big thing, like, so.
Yeah. I'll ask them for you.
Exactly, find out of exactly what they're thinking.
Well, ba me súla casta le Marty a ríist i ngáile ag ceandachad gigannaí. Ach ar dús, tuairmid cuairtear imircís an Ostra. Tá daoine tacaí ina slóite ag deire seachtainna ceotíre Johnny Brady an seo an óstáin an cléitna i ngáile. Sé Marty Mone duine gan na réalta ar a glár, agus tá sí mama álamach, céim fáth bhfuil an léad tóid ar a gceolse.
Are you happy with the sound check?
Oh, very happy, yeah. As I said, it's a mix of a couple of different bands, and Johnny Brady's, as it's Johnny Brady's weekend, there's a mix of his band and my own band, and there's hip musicians here, so it's great. No shortage of musicians today, so it's
What's
brilliant.
that like, coming in to play with maybe musicians you haven't played with before?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's actually it's actually a brilliant thing to experience, especially if you're doing long stints with different bands and just change things about, different takes on songs, everything. It always goes that wee bit different than you normally do, which is exciting, you know. So it's but no, I played with the boys at them all different times, so it's great. So
I'm hearing loads of different accents in the crowd here today, people who are arriving. People travel from everywhere.
Everywhere, unbelievable, and it goes to show you. It's just when these be booked, you know, so far in advance, you know, so far, like, from the start, you know, they don't know what time last year they were booking, so it's great, and they come from everywhere.
Do you take it as a compliment when you know that people travel to come and see you?
Oh yeah, it is actually, you know, it's hard to dig in sometimes.
Is DJ agus duine go loch leanú na Marty Thomas ó Custala as áireann mór in úna ngáil, agus tháinig sé an bailach ar fád anneo lena eáil.
Hamáis tá slua bailí a thustaid a hána hain. Bhí me a cant le Marty go numadachan, agus tá net a daine an.
Tá lán daoine seo agus is stoithe go bhéad a lán mór te seach go fáil tá lán daoine agur bíon seánú fasta.
Céimpa darlaí in na deire seachtaí seo?
Is stoithe go tá daoine geirí gal áitiní dafriúil chun an daus. Tá daus seo ionta mór frídin chundaí le, you know.
So is faoi damsa é, ba?
Well, it's frí daus agus a ceáil agus I suppose a mingle factor fast, you know. But tan ceol cheer nairn into more for a couple of lean she's in this, you know. Agus stoi le Marty Mone ta she genu some rudnach that nis daful a richt ta she genu orn for tarachor agus lorries agus rallies agus tan a landini kan the gigs kan na ruddy shot clusters, you know.
Is breála me sé a mingle factor.
I shouldn't run more sa ceol cheer, you know. Agus been to a
So céir the Harleyan?
Céir the Harleyan, well, but to Castleblayney, to man a mingle factor, but to Castleblayney agus sin bit to go to the friends request or Facebook as ruddy mar show, you know.
Okay.
Which is the cheap thing to more.
Will romantíocht the baint leis?
Stoi go well, you know. Stoi go well.
Powerful song, a wee bit more poppy. We're going to start with something like it. This one called Pencil Full of Lead. We're really going to take it.
Céimpa chuirtas a sim I go tíre an chéadlaidí an Russia Somáile agaí?
Well, we've been to dog few records ag mahar Big Tom agus Philomena Begley, Charlie Pride. Agus we've been to dog like Carno Quig Blian Dish. We make actually rod show. Agus we're sul into Morgan, you know. Agus Beijing we get the big a nation, you know. We make actually roddy pop music.
Yeah.
But we make create like sa ceol cheer. Sean Rudd fi Marty Mone. Tá sé sin scríb Orn Hain fi Hit The Diff agus Slip the Clutch and it's recover Kenur agus tá sé intínta mór lena daoine ága. Tá sé cosla glór cheer, but tá sé get the bag these stuff fruit.
Right, okay.
Agus daoine
Fannan na hórán na do chligan. Zermation fi hill Marty, fannan siad na do chligan.
yeah.